This is Biff from Saxon. This is hardrockhaven.net. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Well, we have the legendary Biff from Saxon. Thanks so much for joining us today.
It's good, yeah.
Well, here we are in Cleveland. We're on tour with Armored Saint. Have you ever been paired together before?
A long time ago, 84.
84.
We did some shows on the West Coast in the chain of gigs. Chain of gigs, a bit like House of Blues, which obviously weren't around then, but some Keystone, I think. Keystone Theatres, yeah.
And this is pretty early in the tour, but how's it been going so far?
Well, it's the end of the tour actually. We only have 3 shows left.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, we've done a lot of shows with Motorhead, and then we started with Armored Saint about a week ago.
That's what I meant.
Yeah,
so this leg.
Yeah. So special guest Armored Saint, really great band. Yeah, it's going great actually. You know, on and off. You know, some are great and some are not so great, but you know, that's how it is.
It's rock and roll.
You know?
Yeah. Well, you got.
I mean, the attendance is not the audience.
Oh, I see.
All the audiences are great, but some are like 1,000, some are like 600. It just varies in how big the city is, really. You know.
We're in a solid rock and roll town, so I'm sure it'll be all right.
Yeah, I'm sure if people know we're playing, they'll come down.
Well, Battering Ram, that's the new record, the latest that's coming out in a few weeks.
October the 16th.
Yeah. Andy Sneap again on this time out, right? He did the producing.
Andy Sneap did the producing this time out. I did the last one. It sounds great. You know, everybody that's heard it's raving about it. So
Andy wasn't involved in Sacrifice?
Pardon?
Andy wasn't involved in Sacrifice?
He was. He mixed it.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
He mixed it.
What made the decision to have him full-blown produce this time?
He's done a few projects with me now, so I trusted him to take control. And it gave me more time on the lyrics and the vocals, really. I had more time to sing. So it worked out really good.
How would you compare it to Sacrifice?
I wouldn't.
Just at all? Is it a fair estimate to say it's a continuation?
You've not heard it?
I have not. They would.
Oh well,
I've heard the lead track. I've heard Battering Ram.
No, it's a heavy album. It's a bit 80s, but a bit modern. You know, there's less rock and roll on the album than the last one, maybe. A bit more melodic, but heavy. You know, so it like the 80s stuff in a way. But I don't know. People will have to listen to it and get their own. You know, I just sang on it and wrote it. Thing. You know, what do I know?
Well, I look forward to
I'm the last person to ask what it's like.
There you go. Can you talk a little bit about? I know you mentioned that you had more time to work on the singing, but what is the current songwriting process in Saxon? If you
there isn't a set process. Pretty much how it comes out the box, really. Me and Nib started writing first on the album together, and that was the nucleus of a lot of the riffs. And then the band worked on the other pieces, and we brought it together. You know, but it works differently sometimes. You know, it's usually me working with somebody, because obviously I'm the only singer in the band. So, you know, sometimes with Doug, sometimes with Nigel. I mean, on a song called Kingdom of the Cross, which is a keyboard thing that I worked with Nigel on. So it's pretty much whatever is happening on the day.
I know a music video was shot for Battering Ram, and that's actually how I heard it. But did you enjoy making the video? Do you like it?
Yeah, we made it at the studio we were working at Andy Sneap's studio.
Oh, okay.
It's a very quick one. It took us 2 hours to make it, to shoot it. You know, we did it inside the studio and then in the garden at night, and then we put on all these things smashing together. You know, so it's a good fun metal video. It's great. You know.
Do you enjoy making music videos?
Yeah, it's quite good fun.
Yeah.
You know. I don't like spending days and days and days on productions like we used to do, but you're just knocking a video out for YouTube. It's great fun, you know.
There you go. Gives you something to look at while you're listening to it.
That's nice. We wanted to put something out so the fans could have a taste of the new album while we were touring with Motorhead. It seems to have worked. It's about 200,000 hits, so you know it seems to have worked. It's good.
Are you doing any of the new tunes on this tour?
Battering Ram. We're doing Battering Ram. Yeah.
Excellent. How's that been going over?
Great. obviously people are paying attention because they're all singing the chorus. So, you know,
there you go,
which is always good.
I know you were recently out on tour alongside Motorhead when Lemmy unfortunately had to cut that show short because of his health.
Yeah, he cancelled some shows in Texas, which we did headline shows there in like 3-4 hours notice, which is great, for us. A lot of our Texas fans came out and supported us, so that was a big thumbs up for them, really. But yeah,
Well, I know Nigel had some health concerns recently.
Doing good now. It's back to normal, really.
Good.
Even better than he was.
It looks like Lem is too. But
Lemmy had some treatments. They found a problem, and they treated it, and he seems all right now. We go back out with Motorhead again in November for 4 months, so it's a long tour.
You're getting older. The band's getting older. Is that a concern? That
you're
stuff like that.
Too, mate.
I am. We all are. That's an excellent point. Point. But touring isn't an easy thing. Is that a concern?
Sometimes it's a bit tiring, but we like to do it, and we live for the gig.
Yeah.
We live for the concert. So yeah, it's part of our life. We're a live band.
Do you
we don't try and reproduce the album. We don't have choirs and trombones and bagpipes playing on hard drives. So we are a live band.
Well, I mentioned this earlier, but the last we spoke at Rock on the Range, B.B. King had just passed away, and I know he just did it till he died.
Yeah. Well,
do you see that being the same for you?
I'm sure Lemmy will as well, and probably us. That's how it is.
Absolutely. Well, you've almost been together for 40 years. We just talked about that. It's been a long road. What keeps it fresh for you?
Well, I think the actual Saxon actually started in 1979. So this is our 36th anniversary. Me and Paulson did some stuff before, but Saxon didn't exist before that. Was another band. So the last member joined in 1994. So we seem to think that that's really when this Saxon started.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So just over 20 then. But
yeah.
So
yeah.
But what still inspires you? What keeps it fresh for you to keep doing?
I think writing songs, touring. Obviously, we all have families to feed and mortgages to pay. So that although we're not really playing these sort of shows for the money, because you can't make enough money in these shows. But we tour. We're pretty big in Europe, so we come to America. We basically lose money to play for our fans. That's what we do.
Well, we're glad you're here. Absolutely. What are Saxon's plans in the near future after the release of the record?
We go on the Battering Ram tour. Starts in November.
And then
with Motorhead in Europe. Yeah. Well, actually, it starts in UK. It starts in the UK on the 12th of November and runs until I think the 12th of December, and then we start again in January.
Selfish question: as an American fan of the band, will there be a US leg?
We're talking about maybe coming in April to do the Battering Ram, part of the Battering Ram tour. Our agents are looking around for us to do a special guest, maybe with some bigger band. We've just been here with Priest and Motorhead, which worked really good.
That's a great pairing.
Yeah.
Saxon's often cited as a huge influence on a lot of rock and metal bands today. Yeah. Is that embarrassing at all to you, to be an influence or inspiration to people?
No, so it could be. Why would it be embarrassing? It's people come out and say we influenced them. It's great.
I imagine that's probably the whole idea behind it all.
Well, I think the 80s music inspired a lot of American bands of the middle 80s, like Metallica or Motley Crue, or all of the bands were heavily into Saxon. Lots and lots of American bands. That 80s thing swept over America like a tsunami of metal. So Maiden, Us, Priest. It was a great time.
What would you like people to see as the band's legacy when it's all said and done?
The music, I think. I think the fact that we were a great live band, and the music that we left behind.
This is a random question, but it's the last question for you. Do you recall the first album that you ever purchased?
That I ever purchased?
That you purchased and really blew you away?
Yeah, the first Zeppelin album.
Really? Not a bad place to start.
No, I had the first Zeppelin album, and I think I had the first... I think the first album I bought was... Everything was singles when I was a youngster. So albums, were pretty special. So yeah, I bought the first Zeppelin album, which was great.
There you go.
Yeah.
The rest was history.
Mm.
All right. Biff, thank you so much for doing this. Is there anything you'd like to say to Saxon fans that might be watching?
Yeah, keep the faith, the battering ram cometh. Oh yeah.
Thank you again.